Yo, 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 we're back at it again. Shadow booking in the building. Now, before we start, y'all already know what to do. Wipe them dirty, dusty, crusty ass cowboy boots in our mat before you come in, y'all.
It's disgusting.
Like, show some respect. Shout out to my boy Black Couch Booking, man. My day one. Hey, yo, Couch, I don't think you know this, dog. Guess what?
What's going on?
It's officially been over a year since our first collab, bro.
What?
It's been over a year.
What?
That is, I actually remember vividly the
Mhm.
the actual month now. So yeah, you're definitely right.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, man. So shit, it's been over a year. We still going strong, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, I gotta say thank you, dog. You're a real one. You always been helping me out with this shit, you know.
oh, you already know, bro. We locked in, man. Listen,
Word,
trunks
word,
and goatend, bro. We doing our thing.
word. Appreciate you,
Aww.
but my boy, you already know what we're here to do. We're going to talk about Jevon Evans. And yes, I know his name is Jevon Evans, not Javante Evans. All right? I get the two mixed up. It happens. But we're going to talk about Jevon Evans. I don't know if I want to say WWE has a problem, a Jevon Evans problem, but basically, everybody is talking, has so far shown positive reaction towards Jevon Evans. I want to say the last year or two. And I feel like people just see him as a star. Me personally, I think he's the next face of the WWE. And the problem is, there's times where I'm looking at his booking and I'm like, yo, WWE is making sure this guy is the next big thing. But then there's other times I look at his booking, I'm like, they're doing good with him, but they're not pulling the trigger. You know what I mean? So
hmm
basically, man, we're going to give our thoughts and our opinions. And you know what, my boy, do the honor. Start us off.
Yes, sir, man. I'm a fan of Javon Evans. I like
Hmm.
his work. I know, well, for some people the criticism is his physique, but I mean, I don't think that's really an issue, bro. At the end of the day, bro, it's wrestling. Every guy isn't made to be this big, cocky, whatever the case it may be. He could be slim, but he could be even more ripped. He could be a Finn Balor esque type of build, but
Hmm.
he is taller, so I do get the criticism. But I think Javon Evans has all the tools to be a huge success in the WWE. I mean, they could go
Absolutely.
to the Kofi route. Look at Kofi Kingston when he was
Hmm.
still doing the Jamaican things. He was going crazy. IC champion, tag team champion, eventually became WWE champion. I think Javon Evans could have a similar trajectory. The only not criticism, but I guess the only thing I would say about Javon Evans is that the pecking order that he's in right now is a little slim because I think
Hmm.
Trick Williams is that one for NXT slash TNA right now.
Hmm.
So if anybody next is going to be him, Obafemi is very easy to book. You just book him the same way you did Gunther.
Yup.
But Javon Evans, he should have beat Obafemi,
Hmm.
whether it was stand and deliver or whether it was heat wave. I think if they really wanted to pull the trigger, they would have did it because that's the story. The underdog, what I'm saying, he went against Obafemi. His mom was sending out things about she's so proud of him, blah blah blah. Like they could have made that a whole story, and they keep featuring him on TV. So
Hmm.
obviously they do believe in him, and of course he need to work on a couple of things. I think his promo could get better. It's gotten better, but
Hmm.
he's still a little iffy. But his wrestling, I mean, that Randy Orton match is when I first was like, oh nah, this
Hmm.
dude, he 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 botched it. Man, listen, that was one of the most beautifulest botches I ever seen in my life. So that's a
Word.
botch. I wish I could do that, man.
Word.
But yeah, that's my thoughts on it, man. What you think?
So I'm glad you brought up that Randy match because I want y'all to really let this sink in. Bro, Javon Evans is around the same age I am. I'm 21. This man not only had the honor and the privilege, but the skill to have an amazing match with Randy Orton on NXT. First of all, listen to that sentence. An NXT superstar had a wrestling match with the legendary future Hall of Famer Randy Orton on NXT. This isn't, and we're not talking about when Randy was young, and because this guy was a baby when Randy was young. I'm talking about 14-time world champion Randy Orton, established. He had a match with him on NXT. That alone, like if he was to be done with wrestling right there, he could easily be like, "Hey, I did that shit," right? And he did a good job. Homie killed it. And again, that botch, yeah, it was a botch. But yo, it was a beautiful ass botch. They were off by 1 inch, and they fixed it up real quick. But you know what I love? I love that they gave him that, right? You got Randy giving him the cosign. Now you got Undertaker giving him the cosign. Because remember, a couple weeks back, homie was on his notebook trying to plot, see what's his next plan. You got Undertaker being like, always go for the big dog in the yard.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. Now you got Undertaker showing him some love, giving him some advice. I'm telling you, Jevon Evans is next up. Every time they do moments like that, it's like when they do moments like that, I'm like, yo, that's the guy. This guy, like we all like to talk about Braun Breaker being the next face of the WWE, main event to WrestleMania 12 times, da 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 da, or whatever the heck it was Paul Heyman said. And I always be like, yo, what about Dom? You know what? What about Jevon Evans? Think about it. He's everything you need in a star. Now, me, you know us, we really don't care about much about race and stuff like that, but we do need some people to represent people from different areas. Now, the young OG, okay, a hood dude, young African American, you know, but can is not your stereotypical wrestler. Cause see, his nickname alone, the young OG, you're like, he probably wears sweats, some Jordans, some Air Forces and stuff. Now, homie is a legit wrestler, tights, boots, all the above, right? Then, and again, maybe his promo work does need to work. He needs to work on that. But I'll say it fits him for now, because again, he's a young dude,
Mm-hmm.
young, you know, confident. Yeah, it makes sense for him to talk like that. He's low key, I think he just turned 20 or 21. He wasn't a teenager that long ago. So it makes sense why he talks like that. So in time, that's gonna improve. And again, like you said, people always like to be like, "Oh, he's not in the right shape." First of all, being in shape does not mean you have to look like John Cena. You have to look like
Mm-hmm.
Ultimate Warrior. You have to look like no, you don't have to look like those guys to be in shape. That's the problem with this body image thing. Everybody's like, "Oh, you see that big buff guy? Now that's in shape, bro. He's in shape." Especially for the style he does, his high flying style. Yo, homie's in shape. That's that cardio. What is we talking about? You know what I mean?
Word
So
up.
he has everything. And Shawn Michaels, man, I said this one, I'll say it again. Shawn Michaels knows how to book us minorities. And he's doing that with Javon Evans. And again, with the Randy Orton match, the Undertaker segments. He's doing a good job. But again, I don't understand why he hasn't at least won the North American Championship.
I mean, I was gonna say that too. Crazy you brought that up.
Yeah, because think about it. I understand not giving him the TNA World Champion. Trick Williams has improved amazing. Like, remember, I used to say, yo, Trick Williams cool, but I don't freaking like Trick Williams because he reminds me of Carmelo Hayes, and I don't really like Carmelo Hayes. But yo, he's been improving more. Oh, but me, of course he needs to be NXT champ. Of course he does. That makes sense. But the least you can do is give my boy Javon Evans that North American title. The fact that it hasn't happened is crazy because legit, look, if you look at the past booking, he's the type of guy that you're like, oh, he'll be North American champion like a month or two. Yo, why hasn't he been North American champ? It literally, like literally, I literally did research. I'm like, yo, did Javon Evans ever win that North American title? And I had to look it up because I'm like, oh, he had to at one point. He never did. He never did. And that's my problem. It's like, okay, I like the way they're booking him. They're making him strong. They got these veterans showing him some love, some and giving him some advice, some respect. But like, dang, you're not even gonna give him a North American championship run? Like nothing? Like I
I think
get
it's
it.
coming.
It has to. It has to. Because I feel like he needs to win a title in NXT before he goes to the main roster. Because you see how these former NXT champs, North American champs, go to the main roster. Look how Triple H is booking them. Imagine how he's going to treat someone that hasn't won anything in NXT. Like, I get it, yeah, Triple H made NXT and all that, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't think he pays attention to NXT like he used to, or even at all, because a lot of these NXT guys he's booking are not very good. And I think Jevon Evans is doing the best he can, and Shawn Michaels is doing the best he can, but they need to pull that trigger with that, with at least that North American Championship. It should happen soon. Like I'm telling you, this guy has the potential to be at least one or two faces, not only of the men's division but of the whole company if done right. I always said this: anybody can be the face of the company if WWE is willing to take time and put a bunch of resources behind them. And if y'all don't believe me, let's look at Roman Reigns. How
Hmm.
long it took him before they finally got it? 7 years? He's been in that shit for what? 12? 7 out of the 12 years, it did not work. But WWE believed in him. WWE kept patience with it. They ain't pulled the Jack Swagger and said, "Oh, it's not working. You're done." Oh, they ain't pulled the who else was it? Chris Master. Oh, it's not working. You're done. You know what I mean? So if WWE is serious about creating next stars, because bro, a lot of our stars are leaving. Romans is officially a part timer. Homie's just got done filming Street Fighter. Is about to film another movie. Cody said he'll retire by the time he's in his 40s. Homie's in his 40s. Like it's the clock is ticking, dog. Jevon, we gotta make new stars. I get it. We got Braun Breaker, we got Dom, but is that enough? Of course not. Because then we're gonna have the situation where, again, I was the biggest Cena guy, but reason why they churn on him, he's the only guy that's the star. This is the only guy they're pushing. Roman and Seth. It's always Roman and Seth. Roman and Seth this, Roman and Seth that. We need more stars, you know? So Jevon Evans, he's next. He's next up. I believe the potential is high for the dude. I really see greatness out of this dude, but again, I just need him to at least be North American champion. Like the fact that he's been doing all this amazing storylines, matches with him not even being a champion, that's impressive to me. You feel me?
The story
So
right there. I mean,
mhm,
Ethan Page bust his mouth open, whatever the
mhm.
case may be. He never really gets get back for that. I mean,
He
Ethan Page
didn't.
is the North American champion.
He's
So
Canadian.
I'm
Is he Canadian?
assuming
Yeah.
that they're gonna let him take it from him. That makes the most sense to me.
That I think so too. Because the way I see him what Dom was supposed to be when Dom's first run, when he was a babyface.
Mm.
Like he got over organically. He's a high flyer. Like that's what he's giving me. Like that was supposed to be Dom when Dom first came in. But remember, didn't have it yet. So they got to give that boy that North American Championship just for at least a couple of months, and then put him onto the main roster. Because again, I don't see them putting that NXT title, if especially if they're gonna keep Obafemi in that dominant reign. Which that's a whole nother issue we got to talk about one of these days. Because who the hell gonna beat that dude? You know what I'm saying? Like shit. But
There
yeah,
was only
man.
one person, but they ain't let him do it.
Yep.
They ain't let Javon do it. That was the one.
Yep. Like I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, Javon Evans is next. I don't know how anybody else feels, but WWE, you got to show proof that you're willing to like say, "Hey, this is our guy, and we believe in him." Give him a title ring. Like I know he can do a good job with that North American title. You feel me? And again, it just looks right, in my opinion. You could just envision championships on wrestler, and it will look right. And that's one of them, man. So yeah, but that's my take, man. I think Javon is next. And the sooner WWE, and again, I feel like WWE realizes that, especially on Michaels, but they gotta give him some big accomplishments. And there's no better way to start off than that North American Championship. You feel me? Any final thoughts, man?
Yeah, man. I think everybody don't got to win the NXT championship to get called up.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be nice? Yes, but I mean, you can even figure out a way to get him a two-time North American Championship run. Ethan Page is a two-time North American champion, and I didn't
Mm-hmm.
expect that at all. I thought he was about to get called up after the first one. So
Right.
if he could beat Ethan Page, that would be straight. Or what they need, what they if they really want him to get bigger, so to speak, he
Mm-hmm.
could follow the same trajectory as Swerve. Swerve was a high flyer
Mm-hmm.
when he was skinny like that, and then he got a little bit bigger. Maybe that's Jevon Evans' trajectory. I mean, he's not even 25 yet. So by the time you get 25, 26, I'm sure he'll probably be a little bit bigger than what he is now if he wants to go
Absolutely.
that route. So you got a
Absolutely.
star that you can make. That's your answer to AEW. You make Jevon Evans the WWE Swerve.
You know what? That is the so spot on. That's spot on. I ain't even gonna lie. And I like what you say. You don't gotta be NXT champ to be successful. Because take a look. Damian Priest was never NXT
Mm-hmm.
champion. He was North American champion, but even that title reign was short. Homie's a world heavyweight champion, former world heavyweight champion, Mr. Moneyback, two-time undisputed tag team champion with Finn Balor. Like, so that's valid too. So imagine someone like Jevon that has it all, man. I'm telling you, Jevon Evans is next. I don't know how everybody else feels, but again, Sean gotta give him some accomplishments, man. He's got to start making some gold around his waist, start showing that, like, hey, he really is next, man. But that's all we got for y'all today, man. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications. Subscribe to my boy Black's channel, man. Also follow him on Instagram, TikTok. Wait, you got
Mm-hmm.
TikTok?
Yeah, man. Black Couch Booking on
Yeah,
TikTok,
yeah.
man.
We
Exclusive
gonna do
content
it.
over there.
Word, like I'm telling you, and stay tuned, because again, we've been doing this for over a year, and we're gonna do it for another and another and another and another. We ain't stopping no time soon, man. So yeah,
Facts.
man, y'all take care, stay blessed, and yeah, man, peace.